Okay, this is Liz with Crafted Devotion, and we are going to finish making this flower in a separate video. I showed you how I made this portion here, and it's a beautiful organza. Actually, it's actually chiffon. I mean it's chiffon. And now we're going to add the top two. Now these are, I'm going to explain these to you. This is a doily that you can find almost anywhere. But I dyed it. I dyed this years ago, and so what I did was I took the center, and these centers that I'm removing can be you could remove the centers of a doily and use that on top also of your flower. If you're layering a flower, you don't need to leave all the components if you're just putting doily upon doily, because I like to I can make these myself if I wanted to. I can crochet these. People are crochet them now, and so I did this to it. Okay, so here it is. I cut out the center. Now this center, this little piece can be used like behind if you put it on top again. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I did this. I went ahead and just gathered. I got a needle and thread, and I'm just going to gather this, just going through each of these little pieces that are left. Now most of the cotton doilies do not unravel when you cut them, but if it's a newer doily, it more likely might, or if it hasn't been washed, it more likely might. Or if you tug on it. So do not tug on the doily, like in the edges, because it might just come unraveled. But right now I'm going to seal it up, just going through each one. So now I added a bit of tightness and gathered look to this flower. So when I put it on, it's going to be a little ruffly. It's going to have more fold and movement to it. Now you can make this as tight as you wish. You can make it tight or loose depending on how you want it. And then I will just knot this. There you go. And now you have one, and you can even this out a bit, and I'm kind of stretching it out too. You see that? Okay, now it just has more body to it. It gives more movement and more fullness. And now you put it on here on top, and then this piece is another piece that I told you, but you can use anything as your center. You can go back and put another, these are small doilies, little small ones. You can layer it differently. See, that would look cute to layer it like that, and then place this on top. But I chose to match the color of the background, and now we can put this on top if we want, and then we can put this. So that is how I did it. Now you can make this just a separate flower. You don't have to use that bottom portion. Okay, here we go. It's all done. I already attached it. When I put the glue on, I make sure that it's attached to the centers, and then I'll go through and I'll pull up on this to form my flower. And then if it needs any trimming or anything like that, I'll get that done. See how gorgeous that looks? So now the star of this show are the doilies in front, and the organza or chiffon fabric is on the back, and it's highlighting like the colors. You can see the colors, kind of this color and this color are brought out together. Okay, I hope that inspires you to experiment with your doilies on your pieces. And like for me, in this one right here, I'm still going to trim that. You can leave it there if you like it, if not. But you can see how pretty that looks. Now let's look at both of them. So I actually like the way this one looks with that mauve placed right back in that center and giving that a little stagger. So this is called a layered flower, and this can basically stay the way it is, this one, and you can place it on top of a doily if you'd like. See how pretty that looks? You can put it on top of any doilies. I have a lot of doilies out because I'm working with them, trying to design different flowers and bring out that beauty in the doily. Oh, I did forget to mention, I do have a couple of doilies in my shop, and these are vintage, and they're not like for using that, because they do have raw edges along. I know this is another one I have in my shop, and I usually put 2 or 3 together, but I think I'm going to make a flower using these for you next time. This is Liz with Crafted Devotion. I hope you're inspired to create more beautiful flowers. I'll talk to you guys next time.